Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Economics Corner with Blackjack American. I had to get dressed up for a work presentation, so I might as well talk about what I do for a living, which is working within the economy. I didn't want to weigh in right away on the new House Speaker in Michael Johnson. Okay? Though I've been following him for a long time because Washington, D.C. directly impacts my job, right? So politics and money are interlinked, and you can't separate the two, so you have to talk about politics. Well, so after 3 weeks, it looks like for the first time in our lifetime, we have a fiscal conservative as the House Speaker. Okay, I've never seen one before. It's kind of fun to watch this guy. So, and he seems to be too smart for them. He's outmaneuvering the Democrats and the rhinos that want to go on insane spending bills at every corner, right? Now, that probably doesn't mean much to you, but to me, the Speaker of the House is more important than the President of the United States, okay? Because the money that the government spends directly impacts our lives down here at the ant level. So Mike Johnson, in his continuing resolution, outnegotiated pretty much everybody in Congress, and they had to sign off on it. Now, what he did when he funded the continuing resolution to keep the government open was he cut spending, right? So he's also outmaneuvering them on funding foreign wars and says, hey, you can go ahead and have your funding for Israel, but you must take it from the money that was already spent, okay? So he's checking inflation at every corner. So when Mike Johnson passed his continuing resolution in order to keep the government open, I live in what's called the futures market. That's where I live, okay? I don't care what happened yesterday. I don't want to know what's going on today. I want to know what's going to happen in 90 days. So when Mike Johnson outmaneuvered them and cut spending within the government, the Fed futures market, okay, went from a 30% chance at raising interest rates in the next subsequent Federal Reserve cycle to 0%. 0%. So the guys that gamble up at the top in the futures market went, well, he outmaneuvered them on spending, so now the Fed has zero opportunity to raise rates because inflation drives interest rates upwards. If they can't spend money in the Congress because they're getting outmaneuvered by the first fiscal conservative in the House chair, then there's no reason for the Federal Reserve to raise the rates. So it went from a 30% chance to a 0% chance. Also, because he was able to outmaneuver them and cut spending in a number of different government operations, the chances of the Fed cutting the interest rates went from 0% up to 4 cuts in 2024. Okay? Thereby signifying the very end of inflation. Okay. Now, also, the American people, they're spent, right? Credit cards are maxed out. They don't have the money to go on the usual holiday shopping spree for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So the futures market shows that holiday spending is going to be next to nothing. Okay. So when that's going to increase the supply of goods and services, because we're not going to do our normal holiday shopping, nutty spending, overspending as a country. We just don't have the money to do it. So that is going to drastically drop the cost of goods and services starting in January or February. And that all stems from having, for the first time in my life, a fiscal conservative as the Speaker of the House. He's the one who drives what the government can and can't spend, and he's not going to let them spend any money. So our lives are going to get a lot better, guys. I hope everybody wanted some great news today, but after a 3-week analysis of Mike Johnson, we finally have the right guy in the right chair. Because the Speaker of the House, to me, and to a lot of average Americans that just want to live a less expensive life, is more important than the presidency. I hope you enjoyed this Economics Corner, everybody. Have a great day.